you're an official police officer?
I'm not. I didn't say I was an official. I put my videos on YouTube when I go to a police station and find faults with the police station or faults with the members of staff. I put it on YouTube. Today I'm at Basildon Police Station, and all I see is an influx of police cars parked on double yellow lines. Look, SRO7, protecting and serving Essex, not very well on double yellow lines. SRO4, parked on double yellow lines. Another one here, parked on double yellow lines. Seen better days. Got a knife bin out the front. Here's the back gate.
We're back at Basildon Police Station, and almost immediately a perceived inconsistency stands out that often irritates compliant motorists. The auditor notices police vehicles parked on double yellow lines, restrictions that normally apply to the public unless there's an urgent situation. This observation sets the stage right away, raising questions about whether official status affects how rules are followed. Before even entering the building, he carefully records what appears to be a relaxed approach to parking regulations, highlighting the contrast between enforcement and what's happening on the ground.
Riot van. Closed circuit television. CCTV is in operation for the purposes of crime prevention and public safety. We've got a vehicle coming out. Let's have a look at the other vehicles here. Protecting and serving Essex. There's a lot of police cars parked out the front. Authorised permit holders only. Police no entry only. What have we got down there? Anything exciting? Keep clear. Sliding gates can cause serious injury or death. Warning, this car park is for police personnel only. Anyone that parks here who is not authorised will be clamped. Superintendent Shepherd, Divisional Commander. Well, there's a guy in reception at the moment, so I don't want to go in there and invade his privacy.
As he moves around the outside of the building, he carefully checks the posted signs, making sure he remains on public property while still testing what is and isn't permitted. The key point he highlights is that public access is generally allowed unless it has been clearly and lawfully restricted. He notes the areas marked for authorized use only, making sure not to enter them, and contrasts those restrictions with the earlier example of vehicles parked on double yellow lines. This comparison leads to a broader question about how consistently the site's own rules and security measures are actually enforced.
Let me tell you about the car park over here where I had to park. My roof box hit the barriers on the way in, only just sort of brushed underneath it, but fuck me, when it was tight getting in the roof, you know, the roof against the ceiling. Oh my god, I went so slowly, but luckily I made it. So let's check out the number plates of the cars while I'm waiting for this guy to yeah, that one's alright, that one's alright. It's an ambulance station just up further. This is a sort of car that won't be alright. Okay. Let's have a better look at that Audi. That band's alright. So looking at that number plate.
While waiting, he takes a closer look at the privately owned vehicles in the staff parking area, not out of curiosity alone, but to see whether those responsible for enforcing regulations are also following them. The focus here is on the idea that laws should apply equally to everyone. He suggests that if an officer's own vehicle doesn't meet the required standards, it can undermine public trust. He's essentially scanning for small violations that ordinary drivers might be fined for, and it looks like he's starting to notice exactly that as he zooms in for a better view.
Zoom in a little bit. There is no BS number visible on the number plate. It tells you where it was made. So for a new car like that, registration 17 plate, should have a BS number on it. Is the guy still in there? No, I think I can. Oh, or is he? Yeah, he's still there. Okay, guys, I'll pick it up in a minute. Yeah, just a quick one really. I was at the headquarters today over in Chelmsford, and one of the police cars there, one of the staff cars there parked in the car park had an illegal number plate. And I wanted to report it there, and they told me to come to one of the local police stations to do so. I'd already been to Chelmsford police station, so I've come here.
Okay.
So who do I report that to?
Going to front office.
This car here has also got an illegal number plate.
Has it?
Yeah.
How's it illegal?
If you look at any other car, BS number, it's got a BS number. By law, it's got to have a BS number and the maker's name on it. It's got the maker's name on it, but it's got no BS number. So it's not to British standards.
Okay. Alright, we'll go inside and have a word, although what I will say...
He applies the idea of strict liability for vehicle equipment and, rather than overlooking the issue, chooses to formally report it, effectively reversing the usual dynamic. The key moment comes when an officer realizes the civilian is not the one being checked, but the one pointing out potential breaches instead. From there, the response quickly turns defensive, signaling a shift in tone as the situation begins to escalate.
I don't think people would appreciate you filming their number plates.
I don't appreciate them driving around with illegal number plates.
By all means go inside and speak to someone about it. Because
obviously this is a staff's member of car, it is illegal.
Okay, I don't know whose car that is, but...
Well, this is staff car parking, isn't it?
Exactly, at the moment you're now on private property. You're on
It's publicly accessible.
It's police premises.
It's publicly accessible.
Police premises, and you're filming number plates.
Yes, I am.
Right?
You're very observant.
Yes. And you must understand that in the current climate, under obviously terrorism activity and things like that, we need to be very aware and, as you say, observant of people filming police premises.
Right.
All right.
I had no issues at Chelmsford Police Station. I had no issues at the police college. I had no.
Well, that's up to them at the end of the day. But I'm very aware that you're currently filming on police premises people's.
Yeah, I'm an auditor. That's what auditors do.
You're an auditor.
Yes.
Do you have any ID in relation to that?
Why would I need ID? What have I done wrong?
I don't know. Do you have any ID to say that you're an auditor?
What ID?
What are you an auditor of?
A police auditor. I go around auditing police stations.
Okay, so you must have some ID in relation to that. If you're an official police auditor.
I'm not. I didn't say I was an official. I put my videos on YouTube when I go to a police station and find faults with the police station or faults with the members of staff. I put it on YouTube. Right. As many of us do.
Okay.
There's things like that. We're not happy with members of staff who can drive around in vehicles breaking the law.
Okay.
It's not acceptable for a police officer or a police member of staff to do that. Wouldn't you agree?
The officer asks whether it's acceptable for a police staff member to behave that way. But the situation quickly shifts as he moves away from the complaint and brings up broader concerns like security and terrorism to justify further questioning. The narration points out that filming a police station is not automatically a terrorism-related issue without clear evidence of hostile intent, and that suspicion must be based on specific, articulable facts. Despite this, The officer appears to use general security concerns to press for answers, while the auditor stays composed and highlights the lack of a solid legal basis. Tension builds as the officer requests ID, setting up a moment where the auditor is expected to challenge that demand directly.
By all means, absolutely. All right. I don't see what's wrong with that number plate personally.
I've just told you.
Okay, and I'm telling you I don't see what's wrong with it personally. That looks very legal to me.
And I've just shown you that every other number plate's got a BS number on it.
By all means, please go inside and speak to a member of staff at front counter who can maybe look up some legislation for you and has it to hand ready. Yeah?
Right, okay, but you're not going to do anything about it?
I've just advised you. You asked me when you report it, and I've advised you that you can go inside and report it.
And you've also told me that I'm not allowed to film. I'm on police property. How can I go in there?
I didn't say you weren't allowed to film on police property. I'm just advising you that if you continue to film on police property,
which I'm going to,
you're going to get stopped.
Yep.
All right, and asked what you're doing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because of the current terrorism climate.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got no issues with that at all.
We obviously have issues with people filming buildings, particularly police buildings, because they are a target for terrorists. I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I've done about 70 of them now.
So you will be spoken to about what you're doing on police premises, specifically as well, filming number plates.
Yeah.
All right, because as you can.
I understand the Terrorism Act, and I expect to be questioned, which is why you don't. This isn't your property, is it?
No, I'm just advising you. If I was to come to your property, stand on a public highway, and say, for example, you had a vehicle and film your number plate, you'd want to know why.
But you're perfectly lawfully allowed to do so.
No, but you'd want to know why I'm filming your number plate. Surely, I know I would. If it was my car,
it's not your number plate, though, is it?
I'm advising you. I'm giving you a rhetoric.
The number plate belongs to the DVLA. Yeah, but the number plate all number plates belong to the DVLA.
It would be your vehicle.
The narration explains that, in general, there's no legal duty to provide identification during a voluntary, consensual interaction unless a specific law grants that authority. It suggests the officer tries to treat the auditor's filming as something suspicious in order to justify asking for more personal details, even though no clear power is cited to require them. From this perspective, it's described as an attempt to gather information without a defined legal basis.